Todd. Who is on your mind this week? A player or two or three that you think we need to be paying more attention to?
Let's start with Amari Barno, and I'm going to the great state of Virginia for today's two spotlight players. But Amari Barno from Virginia Tech, he's an intriguing prospect. He's not up there in the class of Hutchinson and Thibodeau and Walker and Jermaine Johnson, but he's kind of in that next tier, a day two prospect. You watch him on tape, it kind of jumps out. He's so tall. He's got that linear frame. He almost looks like a tight end, but he plays with power. He explodes off the ball. He gets in with leverage on pass rushers. And you look at his workout. I mean, the straight line speed that he has, find me another edge rusher that's going to give you 4.36 in the 40-yard dash. I mean, unbelievable. Now, you see the 235 pounds there. 6'6", 235. We got to get this guy some protein shakes. But when we bulk him up, he's going to become an every down player. Maybe he's just a designated pass rusher as a rookie, and I can live with that. But you don't get a lot of guys with this kind of traits. Again, 4.36 in the 40 and a 10.11 in the broad jump, which was just unbelievably explosive, showing that lower body strength and explosion that he has. So I would bet on Barno in round 2 as an alternative if you can't get your edge rusher in round 1. Then you go to another player in Virginia at UVA, the tight end, Jelani Woods. I've been really impressed with him. High character guy, gets his work done. He improved this past season. He's got good hands, big mitts, and he's another player. Give me tools that I can develop. He wasn't always utilized a ton at Virginia this past year, but you look at what he has. The height, the weight, the 34.5-inch arm length. So I've got a huge catch radius if I'm a quarterback throwing to this guy in the middle of the field. Then at that size, he comes out with a 4.61 40-yard dash at the combine. So he's athletic, you can flex him out. He's gonna give you effort as an inline blocker, even though he's not great at it, he's better as a move blocker. But 6'7", 265, running a 4.61, I'll take my chances every day. Hey, I think he's a mid-round pick, Mel. You know, this tight end class isn't great, but there's a lot of depth to it. In my opinion, you get a guy, whether it's third, fourth round range, that could wind up coming in and really outplay his draft slot.
I like your theme, Todd, with the Virginia Tech. I'm going to stick to a theme as well, Field and Todd, and I'm going to go with guys who on their own team were under the radar and kind of not overlooked, but more a little unheralded because the guys we're talking about are other guys. You go to Texas, San Antonio, UTSA, the Roadrunners, right? You're talking about Spencer Burford, but particularly Tariq Wool in the corner. Well, how about Sincere McCormick, running back, Todd? I don't know if you studied the tape yet on him. I love the balance of the strength with which he runs with. He's a willing pass protector. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. Sincere McCormick in day 3. Now, he's not a home run hitter, and those guys tend to drop just a bit. They get into the 6th, 7th round. I'll take Sincere McCormick. I want him on my football team. Let's go to another guy on the national champion team. How can there be an underrated guy who's a Georgia Bulldog? Well, there is. It's Channing Tindall. Channing Tindall, nobody talks about. They talk about everybody else on that defense, but Tindall. He flies to the football. He's got pass rush ability inside and out. Be a special teams dynamo. He's got that versatility, that dual versatility. For today's game, the way he can run to the football, I love Channing Tindall in a 2nd or 3rd round. And then I'll go to another Woods. You mentioned Jelani Woods. How about J.T. Woods? He plays at Baylor, right? The safety, Jalen Petrie, who's that Swiss Army knife. He does everything. J.T. Woods can fly to the football. Ball skills. He had 6 picks this past year. One thing he needs to work on is in space. He gets in there and he tries to make that big hit, right? Well, make the short tackle. Okay, break down, make the short tackle. So he tweaks that a bit. J.T. Woods from Baylor in that late day 2, early to mid day 3 range will be a nice pick. So guys that on their own team, I think could maybe be better than some of their more heralded teammates. So those are 3 guys right there. Sincere McCormick, running back, Texas, San Antonio. Channing Tindall, linebacker, Georgia. And J.T. Woods, safety from Baylor.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.